everyone, it's Giselle here with a video regarding some guidance, some help that I've asked our beloveds to give us. So whoever watches this video, this is intended for you. Let's have a little look, shall we, at the first card. And the first... Whoa, that's extremely blurry. Call your spirit home. Okay, so... Wow. That was an optical illusion I got. I thought that my camera was so blurry, but then it turned out it was the actual card. Sorry, what this card is saying to me, and I haven't actually looked at the book. Should I look at the book? No, what this is actually saying to me is that you should prepare your home, I feel, to match up your images of the 5D to the 3D. I feel tempted to look at the book, but then I think, nah, let's just intuit these ourselves. Yeah, so prepare your spiritual home, basically. You have an image of what you want everything to look like, and you should now implement that on the physical, because the more that you make things happen on the physical, the more you can have that everything from the 5D that you've been wishing and hoping for to be grounded down. This card is awfully trippy, my goodness, it's messed my eyesight up. Next card is Crown Chakra. So pay attention to your ideas, as they are messages from the divine guidance sent in answers to your prayers. I feel that this does link in with the first card already. So all the ideas that you've been creating on the spiritual plane, everything there is already manifested. So all we are doing now is bringing them down. So pay attention to these visions, these ideas that you have, as they are messages from the divine, and they are answers to your prayers. Your prayers, basically, all the things that you wish for on the spiritual plane are your prayers, and they are being made manifest. They are being answered. Next card. The River Queen. So, flow, letting go, natural movement. I feel that we are being pushed to release even more things that are just no longer any good. And this may sound a bit silly, but I'm just getting rid of anything, any clutter in my house, even as silly as bath towels that don't look very nice anymore. I'm just preparing everything to look nicer in preparation for my beloved. Because I remember when he came to stay over and he used one of my bath towels, I was deeply embarrassed. I was like, oh my god, I've got these horrible bath towels and he's having to use a disgusting... Well, it was clean, but you know how when something is so old that it just looks just absolutely revolting? Well, that's how I felt. So now I'm just cleaning house. I've bought some beautiful new towels in preparation, and I feel that that's a very powerful trick to use. But anything, even emotional baggage that you may have that needs letting go of, just do that. Okay, next card. I'm trying to move these quite quickly because see how I've got quite a few, and I hate getting cut off at the end of a well, before I even get to finish my reading. Flexible. This is asking us to be flexible in our receptivity, I feel. I know that we like to have certain images and certain ways of wanting to be shown things, or wanting our future to appear, but really this is asking us to be open. You know, the end goal is the same, is love. It's physical reunion with our beloved, but the way that it may show up may not be how you had initially planned. I know that's true for me, and I'm just having to remain open to whatever. It's actually quite funny because today I went into town to buy a few new towels and also to get a new deck. And what else did I do? Oh, I went to the park to complete some rituals and some meditations for myself and some people who've asked for them. And so I wasn't expecting any messages to come to me, but I remember a couple of days ago I just said, oh, my beloved, could you please send me a message of something that will really, really help me? And I nearly broke down in tears when I was walking through town, because there was this musician there, and he normally always plays the same songs, and every time I walk past, it's kind of like, oh yeah, it's this song again. Okay, yeah. Why don't you expand your repertoire? I know that's just me being a bit mean, but it's, you know, when you just hear the same songs day in, day out, you think, yikes, this guy just needs to learn some new songs. So today I walked past and he played Endless Love, and it almost made me cry. I was biting my lip. I was like, come on, Giselle, do not cry. Don't do it now. But I nearly did. And it was amazing. And I could feel my beloved spirit holding my hand throughout. And oh, fantastic. It was beautiful. So be open to how you receive whatever it is you want to receive, basically, is what they're guiding us to do. Okay, next card. And this one says, flying free. So I unfurl my wings and fly. Again, the theme is releasing, letting go of burden, letting go of things, letting go of situations, maybe even letting go of people that just no longer resonate, no longer drive your dreams. I know that I've had to let go of a lot. I mean, have I not gone into separation with my beloved, I would have not bothered. If I'm honest with you, I was unhappy but comfortable in my old job. But because of the fact that I was so pushed to change my life, I just decided, okay, I can't do this anymore. The energies around my office building, or the people there, are just so bad and so heavy. So I've cut it. I've cut my time there in half. So I'm only there 2 days a week. And then for the rest of the time, I'm pushed now to look for work for myself, which is my spiritual businesses. So I am heavily dependent on these spiritual businesses, because, yeah, I don't even earn the minimum living wage through my job anymore. And I know that's a scary thing to do, but that's what I was pushed to do. But freeing myself from that has been the best thing, the decision I've made, the best thing that's happened to me in 2017. So we are guided to be even more freeing, and even more letting go and releasing things. Next message from our beloveds to us. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. And you may be asking me, well, how do I do this if I'm being completely blocked and cut out, and if he's like not even responding to me? And you know what I would say is, it's easy through a situation like that to become very resentful and very angry, and to turn to 3D comforts, such as maybe throwing yourself into a meaningless relationship, or, you know, attaching yourself to someone even if they're bad for you. Only do things that would be good for you, basically, and to remain open only if you feel guided. Some people feel like they need to completely shut off, and that's fine. That's, you know, that's their journey. But if you feel guided to stay open, they are asking, you know, give your relationship, give us a chance. Don't give up on me, please. So, but only take what resonates. I know some people have had to completely do a complete cut off, and that's understandable and completely fine. Some people are even searching and still on the lookout for their physical beloved, and it's an encouragement say, because basically what you seek is seeking you. So if you're seeking a 3D relationship with your beloved, then please, they're asking, give us a chance, don't give up on us. Okay, next card is Spirit of Place. Huh. Do you know, I think I'm going to need to use the book for this one, only because I feel there may be a message that would be useful. Which deck is this? The Enchanted Map, I think. Oh, I've got so many. Oh, I've got so many cards, and oh dear, I should have been better prepared, shouldn't I? But I didn't flip these over until I actually, you know, well, flip them over. Let me just quickly find this. Sorry, I'm just so ill prepared, aren't I? Right, what are we? Is there a number on this thing? Am I being silly? Good lord. Oh, number 4! Do you know, this is... Right, number 4. Quick. I don't want this video to run over and for me to be cut off. Right, let's have a little look. So what this says is... Our ancient ancestors believed that every place has a spirit looking after it, or embodying it, just as we have a soul, that the plants, trees, birds, mountains, and rivers have their own essences. When the spirit of place arrives in your reading, it says that the answer to your query is the overarching theme of your circumstances. Is your question about a struggle? The answer is to relax and let go of your need to control the situation. If your inquiry relates to finding love, then embody love rather than long for it. Once you find the essential truth that underlines your question and then name it, you'll discover the answer you've been seeking. Your greatest power is your authenticity. Okay. Next card. Oh dear, I hope I haven't been covering the microphone again. Okay, next card is Forest Breath. What I feel guided to say about this, and actually I spoke to somebody yesterday during a reading about the concept of trees. Like in a forest, you know how all the trees have this beautiful intricate network of roots underneath the ground. We, as the Twin Flame Collective, are like the trees, and I feel that's our job, is to become like the trees, to help heal and motivate each other. So when one twin is feeling very insecure, or perhaps not very well or very happy about their situation, or that feel that their future perhaps is looking very bleak, then every empowered twin should, just like the roots of the tree, reach out and spiritually boost the other twin, so that we can all just help each other. And that's what I feel the message is with this one. To be a breath of fresh air for each other and for the world. That may not be the exact message of this in the book, but this is how I was guided to intuit this message. Okay, next card is Catch Your Breath. So what this is saying to me This looks similar to the previous card. With the tree, doesn't it? This one says breath, and this one says catch your breath. But what I feel this one is saying is for us to... Sometimes we get, I mean, especially me, when I get involved in a new project, I just get stuck in and I breathe and sleep, and everything I do surrounds that project so heavily. But what I feel our beloveds are telling us is to also take the time out to have a rest, to not get so engrossed and so overwhelmed and burn the candle at both ends. To catch our breath and to take some time for us too. And I feel that's also very important, because the last thing you want to do is be burnt out. Like when was it? Well, it was only yesterday, but it felt like a few days ago. That's crazy. But I was so unwell the 2 days prior that I had been overcommitted. Like I overbooked people, and then I had to move them to Thursday, and oh my goodness. So I was doing readings back to back to back where I thought, oh, I'm so drained and so exhausted right now. And I committed to doing a massive, an hour and a half's video that I had to split up in 3 parts. And I think this is a message for me, but this may also resonate, and I think it will with a few of you as well, just to catch your breath and to relax and not be so, so in a hurry to finish everything. Next message. Physical touch is important. For some of us, nothing is more important than a tender touch. This might include a pat on the back or giving a hug to someone who needs it. And what this is urging us to do is to not solely live on the 5D, I feel. Like some of us may need just new friendships. I know a lot of us are very loyal to our beloveds and would never... I feel that way too. Like, I don't feel right just having flings or very short-lived, meaningless relationships. I just don't resonate with that anymore. I don't think I ever did. But I know before I met my beloved, I went through a short phase of thinking, yeah, I should celebrate my singledom and, do whatever. But it did not make me happy. But this is saying to just not disconnect. And it's actually reminding me to get some time out with my friend and go for some dinner, or that it's okay to do that. She's a female friend. Of course, it's okay to do that. But even with male friends, and not to feel guilty, because I know one of my male friends has actually invited me out for Korean barbecue, and I was, not that I was reluctant, but that energy of, ooh, is this right? Still hanging over, and I should really think, well, yeah, it's fine. As long as my heart is pure, and in my conscience I am honest, then of course it's fine. It's just friendship. But this may mean something entirely different for others. It may even mean for you that maybe you need some, physical contact with someone, maybe in a romantic setting or anything like that. And that's fine. But this is just to remind us to not just live on the 5D, and to just allow physical friendships and connections to have its place in our lives. We're nearing the end, guys, so we have 2 more cards. This one says rest. You've been working hard. Take a nap and get some rest. Okay, I hear you. This is for me. This is for me, because yesterday I was quite drained after my marathon sessions, one after the other. So if this resonates with you, then yeah, it's saying just take a break. It's okay to not be superwoman, and sometimes I have to remind myself of that. Sometimes I try to just do too much, and I do sometimes think, have I taken on overcommitted? Have I just piled so much stuff onto my plate that now I'm being a little bit stupid with it? Like, some people do say to me, why are you doing this? Why have you got a spiritual business, university, and a part-time job? And I'm thinking, well, because I need it. because I need all of it, because I don't want to take forever to get to my goal. And that's what people at uni said. It's like, well, you can choose to take your course at a slower pace. I'm like, no, I'm not waiting God knows how long to have a degree and then a doctorate. I am not. So this is why when people laugh at me, they're like, do you seriously need a second degree? I'm like, yes, it's a completely different field. And I just need to not take that as criticism, I suppose, and to just allow it to be an observation rather than a criticism, and just say, you know, if I need to rest, then that's fine. Because I do feel guilty. When I sometimes come home and I need a cat nap, I feel so bad, but I shouldn't. And this is my beloved saying to me, you've worked really hard yesterday, have a bit of a rest. Okay, I get it. Final card. Brothers and sisters, to get along with others, see the love and the best within them. I feel this message ties in with what I've been discussing with one of my clients yesterday, and that is that as part of this twin flame community, we are, in a sense, all brothers and sisters working towards the same goal. And the power of collective prayer is so strong and so potent. And it is so good that I'm already seeing this happening, where people are boosting others up when they notice, maybe from the comment section, that something maybe isn't right, or they're feeling a little bit down. And this is urging us to keep doing what we are doing to boost each other. And this is why I'm also really happy that I have the time to create this channel, because I was initially quite reluctant, because I thought, well, there are already so many twin flame readers out there, what am I going to be able to contribute? But I mean, looking at my responses and people giving me feedback after readings, saying that they found it extremely helpful and were glad to connect with me, does show me that there was a space in this market for me, even though I'd been dragging my heels for the longest time. I should have really started this the same time I started my other spiritual business, but the other one made so much more sense than this one does, because I thought, well, surely there's no hole in the market for another twin flame reader, surely. I mean, that's ridiculous. But I mean, prove me wrong. And this is saying to everyone, let's all work together, because we have this shared goal, and because we have this beautiful empathy and sympathy and compassion for each other. Whenever one of us gets into union, we don't get that jealousy or that envy of, oh, I wish that was me, because that's such a very sad earthly thing that we as a twin flame are trying to break. And rather than feel jealous or envious of the person, we feel happy for them, and we get encouragement, because then we realize, actually, this is happening for us too. And so it is a beautiful thing. And this is just a little reminder. I'm going to close off this reading with a letter. If I can find my pad. Where's that gone? Yeah, and this is how unprepared I am. Oh, here we go, found it. So I'm going to close off with a letter from the Divine Love books. I'm going to pick book 2, I think, today, because I did already do a few letters from book 3 yesterday. And I'm going to pick book 2 and have a quick read before... What's the time? Oh no, I still got some time. They're going to get cut off. I've just been so aware that I may get disconnected like I did yesterday, which I do not want to happen. Okay, so please give me a letter that will help us close off this reading. Thank you. Okay, and the letter that came up is number 103. I want you, plain and simple. These 3 words are what I think about all the time. Wanting you, desiring you, wanting us to be together in our blissful sexual union. I desire your body. I love you. I guess there's lots of 3 words that I think of when I think of you. 1, I love you. 2, I desire you. 3, I want you. 4, all of you. 5, you are me. 6, I am you. 7, we are one. 1 soul, 2 bodies, desiring and yearning so badly to come together again, to spread our light and love in our beautiful union, to experience our sacred bliss, love, light, passion. And yeah, this confirms again, what you seek is seeking you. And if you dream of this, then your beloved is dreaming of this too. And I also feel guided to read the letter that actually follows on. Letter 104 says, there's 1,000,001 things that I want to say to you. Number 1, and most importantly, I love you. Like a whole lot. Like everything about you. You are the brightest light in my life. I want to bask in your light day and night until the end of time. Number 2, there is nothing that I wouldn't do to be right by your side, in our physical bodies right now. Oh, how I long for that day to come with everything that I am. Number 3, and it's the perfect divine number, 3. We belong together. Never ever forget that. We are a trilogy. Part 1, we were created together. Part 2, we had our journey. And Part 3, we found each other. This is our love story. Oh, that's very interesting how all 2 letters had numbers, sequences in them. So, for everyone who found this reading helpful, thank you for watching. I mean, even if you didn't find it helpful, I hope that at least part of it resonated. And if you would like to come to me for a reading or any of my other services, please click the link to my website. It explains everything that you need to know about booking. And yeah, thank you so much for your support, everyone. And I look forward to doing another reading for you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.